Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack. With my YouTube channel, I always try to help you guys out, just improve yourself as a person, whether that's with real life, whether that's with girls, with video games, with your gameplay, whatever it could be. I just try to help you guys out. And recently, I've been helping you out a lot with Overwatch, whether that's with your aim, whether that's with heroes, guides, whatever it could be. But today, it's mainly gonna be for the console players, because even though I try to help you guys out, I try to make it just open to anybody, whether you're on PC, console, or you're a top 500 player, or you're a bronze player. I just try to help everybody out because everybody has room to improve. Well, this video is mainly for the console players because today I'm going to tell you guys just a big tip just to help improve your gameplay. And even though this is mainly for console players, it's still open to literally anybody because there's always room for improvement. And once I realized that I'm able to do this when compared to other video games when I wasn't able to do this, I saw a big improvement in my gameplay. And what I'm talking about is mapping controls. So Overwatch has this awesome feature that Call of Duty, Battlefield, that a lot of other FPS games really didn't have in the past, and now Overwatch does. You can literally map it out to anything. It's just a big help, especially for people that can't afford a SCUF controller or doesn't play a certain type of way. It's just going to help out tremendously. And like I said previously, I'm not going to tell you guys to go out and buy a SCUF. I'm not going to tell you guys to change your control handling situation. I'm not going to tell you to do any of that because I figure not everybody's able to afford a SCUF and not everybody's going to want to change how they hold a controller. So this is just going to help phenomenally if you don't want to do any of that. But of course, you do have a little bit of advantage if you do have a SCUF controller. So if you can't afford that, then go ahead and do that. But me personally, I don't play with a SCUF. You're going to see the controller that I play with every single day. It's kind of embarrassing actually, but let's get into the tip video and let's just help you guys out. Alright guys, so this is going to be a little bit embarrassing, but yes, I do use an Advanced Warfare controller. Two reasons. One, because this was a gift, and of course, I'm going to use this controller if someone gave me this as a gift, but also because this is a good representation of usually all the controllers across the platform. More than likely, you don't have a SCUF, you don't have any custom controllers. I mean, it's literally nothing on the back, no trigger stoppers. It's literally just a normal controller. So this is going to be a good representation of the controller that you're probably using, because why would I give a tip video of how to just improve your gameplay while using a SCUF controller? It just doesn't make sense. So real quick before the video starts, I just want to show you guys how I've held the controller, and this is like a pretty standard hold, and this is how I've been holding it ever since I started playing the GameCube way back in the day, and I'm never going to change this controller handle. This is just how I'm always going to hold it. Both index fingers on the left and right trigger, thumbs on the left and right sticks, and then three fingers, unfortunately, not doing anything. This is where a SCUF controller would come into handy, but unfortunately, I can't afford a SCUF controller, and I'm sure most of you can't also. So, unfortunately, three fingers aren't doing anything right here, but I have four total fingers, four total phalanges on top of a button at all times. So this is where it's going to come in importance, where I kind of map all my buttons for a certain type of heroes. Now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to show you three types of button mapping throughout this whole entire video. The first one is going to be pretty much the easiest button mapping. Second one is going to be light button mapping, and third is going to be heavy button mapping. What I mean by easy is that it's going to be an easy transition to one button to another. The second one I mean by light button mapping is that you're probably going to have to replace maybe two buttons, and the third button mapping is that you're going to mix a whole bunch of things up. So here we have Tracer, and her button mapping, the way that we're going to change is pretty standard. Most people know about this, but maybe there's going to be those few people that don't. But if we just look at her standard button layout, it's going to be right trigger, which is going to be your pistols, right bumper recall, left bumper is going to be your blink ability, but also along with that, her default, her left trigger is also a blink. So I just thought to myself, well, why am I going to have two buttons right here that do the same thing when I can just try to remap it? So what I thought about doing was changing her ultimate ability to the left trigger, because just imagine this. If you wanted to aim for somebody, right now I have it, you have to move your right thumb to your right bumper, and sometimes it's pretty hard to, like, you even see it right when I play Tracer in some of my gameplays, it's pretty hard to aim with your pulse bomb if you're constantly moving your thumb right here. So maybe the enemy's moving left, well, oh shoot, I can't move my left thumbstick, I have to go like this, but maybe they moved up in the air diagonally. I can't do that now because I have to go with my right trigger. So to negate that, I did this. So you see right here that her secondary fire, which is pretty much her blink ability, is standard to left trigger, but I wanted to change it so I'm able to aim with my pulse bomb, so I changed my ultimate ability to left trigger so I'm able to aim with it better. So now I don't have to take my thumb off the right thumbstick to aim with my pulse bomb. Now I'm able to still be able to move all around and aim with my pulse bomb. Unfortunately, I don't have an enemy, but let's say they did move up in the sky. It's like, oh my god, they moved. Oh, well, I'm able to throw it right there. Where beforehand I was like, oh my god, I can't aim diagonally. what am I going to do at that point? So that's just an easy standard button mapping, why I kind of titled it the easy button mapping, because all you really had to do was transfer the ultimate ability to the left trigger, which was already in use with the left bumper. I don't see why you would have to use both of these right here. Maybe you can use your ultimate ability for left bumper, but honestly I like it with the left trigger better. So now we're on to Soldier Center 6. Now a quick background about myself is that I played a lot of Call of Duty, if you couldn't tell by my controller, but an easy or just a common button that was used throughout the whole entire Call of Duty series that was used to run was the left thumbstick. Well, here in Overwatch, it's left bumper, and I was a little confused by that. So I think it was around gold that I realized, well, if I'm going to be playing a Call of Duty-like hero, which, I mean, lots of people like to meme on Soldier Center 6 about him playing Call of Duty, why is my run ability going to be on left bumper if I'm holding the controller like this? I mean, the thumbstick, and this is used throughout, and the left thumbstick is not used throughout the whole entire hero roster, which I'm very confused. So I'm just thinking to myself, well, my thumb is always on the left stick. Why am I constantly going to move back and forth to use an ability that doesn't have a single cooldown when I can just easily map it to a button that I'm very used to in the Call of Duty series, which is the left thumbstick? So this is what I did. So here is ability 1, which is his run ability. I just simply changed the left bumper to the left thumbstick, and voila, it's as simple as that. Now I'm able to run just how I was in Call of Duty, and it's just simple like that. If all 4 phalanges are literally touching the right thumbstick, which is melee, left thumbstick, which is literally nothing throughout the whole entire hero roster, now you're able just to focus on your helix rocket and your main shot right here without having to go back and forth. Because let's say this, if you're running, oh my god, there's a chaser right there, you have to slowly move from back and forth right here where you're already touching your left thumbstick. Maybe you're just able just to run like that, oh my god, chaser right there, and boom, you don't have to switch like that constantly back and forth. It's just saving time, and it's just little tiny increments of time. It's not saving you millions of hours right there. It's literally saving like maybe 0.1 of a second, but literally at 0.1 of a second can easily get you that tracer right there, all because, hey, you're not constantly switching back and forth. The run ability is right there at the left thumbstick. So the first 2 heroes, Tracer was just an easy transition to a button that's already used for an ability on 2 different buttons. Soldier is using like just switching 2 different buttons, to the left bumper to the left stick. Genji is going to be one of those heroes that's just going to be totally mixed around, and that can be used to how you want to use him. I mean, I use him completely different. I mean, I'm just totally going to mix it up with the button layouts and everything like that. I'm going to explain why I kind of set each button to their respectful button. So the default layout for Genji is pretty standard. Right stick is going to be her shurikens, which is going to be a straight line. Left is going to be his shurikens, but in the fan style. Left is going to be his swift strike, and right is going to be his deflect. Well, again, you're not utilizing the left stick, which again, I don't know why not a lot of people use it, but if you hold the controller like this, then this is going to be pretty hard to use Genji because you're not utilizing every single phalange. If you hold the controller like this, then yes, you are going to be pretty decent with Genji because you can just naturally hold the controller like this, or someone like this, someone who plays Claw. Unfortunately, I can't play it. I know FaZe Jev can play Claw. I know one of my friends can play Claw. I cannot physically play that, so I just have to use it like this, and unfortunately, I don't use every single phalange on my hand, so I have to utilize this left stick. Well, how can I do it? By remapping my buttons, and this is what I did. So here are the buttons that I have for Genji. I'm going to explain every single one and just go through it because it's a total mess. So crouch is going to stay B, but I changed my jump ability from A to left trigger. The reason why I did that is because Genji is super hard to hit if he's just constantly jumping. I'm sure most people know about this, but if I'm going to keep a finger on the left trigger at all times, I'm going to want to utilize that for the jump ability. So I'm just constantly always jumping and jumping and jumping because it's going to be a lot harder for me to just jump with that. So A button is not really used for anything because I don't want to just constantly switch like that with that. At least here, I'm able to jump and still have full control of all my aims right there. So ability 1, I changed to the left stick, which was his dash ability. So left bumper to left stick. The reason why I did that is because he's constantly resetting his dash every time he gets the kill. So I'm going to be utilizing this a lot more when I'm just going in for dashes. So then I changed his, so again, this is going to be a mess, but his ability 2, I changed from right bumper to his left bumper right here because, well, I'm not going to be deflecting as much as I am dashing, so I can still change it from there. Sure, I'm going to have to switch right there, but that meant I'm just going to have to change his left bumper and his left trigger right there. So his ability I still kept as Y because I don't need to aim right there. Primary fire I kept with his shurikens just going into straight lines, but I kept his secondary fire. I switched it from the left trigger to the right bumper because why am I going to have both fingers on the triggers if I'm only going to be utilizing one of the attacks? So if I want to use fan the shurikens, I can just use it right there. If I want to use my shurikens shurikens in a straight line, I can just use it right there. So I'm just constantly switching. I just kind of divided the controller in half to, this is how I think of it, is this is my attack side and this is my toolkit side kind of. So I'm attacking with these two right triggers or right bumpers. I'm deflecting and dashing and jumping on this left side. And pretty much that's all that really changed. It's gonna be hard to adjust. If you have 150 hours played on Genji and you switch it, it's gonna be different because you're constantly gonna want to jump right here and say, well, oh, I forgot I changed it to right there. So if you have 150 hours in your top 500 Genji, then you don't have to change your buttons. You don't have to remap it. I just did it for the people that want to get better on console because I figured out with Soldier, hey, if I'm able to run, like obviously I'm on Genji right now, but if I want to run, I just use my left stick. If I want to jump around a bunch with Genji, well, I want to change it from A because I don't want to constantly go like this. Because this, literally, I'm exaggerating right now, but if you're going to want to be a good Genji, this is how you're going to be jumping a bunch. So rather than just do that, I can just constantly do this, and it's going to be weird. It is going to be weird. Trust me, it took a long time for me to adjust to Genji, but if you just play maybe a total of 10 matches, you'll get a hang of it. You'll get a hang, oh, I dash right there, oh, I can deflect, and okay, I want to fire my shuriken, oh, wait, that's, oh, I could just do it right there. So it's more psychological. You just have to remember you change your buttons and just realize, oh my god, well, I'm utilizing the left stick now, I'm going to be a much better Genji, but it's going to take some time getting used to. So again, just a quick little tip for everyone that wants to play just a little bit better on console. And I only showed 3 heroes, but I'm probably going to give a lot more guides for different heroes. Here was just a short little guide for, I guess, Tracer, Soldier 76, and Genji. But I remapped my buttons for, say, like Pharah. That's an example of another hero right there. Trust me, I don't want to go too in depth. I'm sure this is a long enough video after I edit it, but I just want to give a short little tip video for some possible changes to heroes for you guys. So hope this video did help. Share this video with anyone that wants to get better at literally any single hero. It doesn't have to be Genji. It could be Torbjorn, for a matter of fact. You just have to set it to your own preference. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I know my controller sucks. It's not the greatest controller, but it's a good representation of what you might be doing. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.